Hello everyone, this is Hemant Kumar. In this video, we are going to look on the applications of classes and objects in Java programming. Now first, let us look on the question. In this, we are going to create a console-based application called FruitShopping using the concept of classes and objects. Inside, first, we are going to create a class called fruit. With a private keyword, we are assigning the name of the fruit and the type and its price and the quantity inside the class as its data members. And we are going to use a constructors and getter and setter methods if we are required. And we are going to create another class called FruitShop, which contains the following menus. The first menu. First, we are going to add a fruit details by getting its name, type, and type, price, quality as its input. And first, we are going to give a number of fruits as input, and we are going to use the concept of array of objects. And then we are going to search a fruit details by giving its name. Then we are going to buy a fruits from the presented fruits, and then we are going to update the quantity in that application. Finally, we are going to display the bill of purchase with the fruit name, quantity purchased, and the price per each item and the total price. And we are having another option, a menu called display all the available fruits. Now let's look on the program. As I mentioned, we are going to create a console-based application. So I have created a project called exercise 4. Inside that, we are having a first class, that is a fruit class. This is the basic outline class for our application. First, we have to create a class called fruit, which is user-defined. And inside, we are going to give data members to that fruit class. All should be in private as it's mentioned. We are going to have a string called name of the fruit and the string called type of the fruit and an integer for price and an integer for number of quantity that the fruit has. And next we are having the constructor function, which is a parameterized constructor. Inside that parameterized constructor, we are going to store the name and type, price, and the quantity for the specified fruit by getting the fruit name, fruit type, and the fruit price and the fruit quantity as arguments to this constructor function. Next, we are having a getter method called getName that returns the name of the current fruit, and getter method for price called getPrice that returns a price, and a getter method for getQuantity that returns quantity, and setter method for as a set quantity for setting the quantity for the specified object. As I have mentioned, right, we are going to update after purchasing the quantity from that specific fruit, so that we need a setter method for this application. And we are having a display data function that just prints the details of the fruits, like its name and its price and type and the quantity. Next, we are having the main FruitShop class that is for the application. Inside, we are going to import the scanner class from the UTL package. And next, we are having the public class called FruitShop. Inside, we are having the main function. Inside that, first I have created an object to the scanner class called scan, and I have declared and initialized a choice variable, character variable with y, and I have initialized a fruits array of fruit class that I have previously created, right, with a null value. And using for loop, I am going to decorate the output as printing a equal symbol in the output. By following line, I have print welcome to this fruit shop, like some decorations in the output. Next, we are having the do while loop. Inside the do while loop, just first we are going to print menus in this program, like adding new fruits, searching fruit name by its name, buying fruits, display all the fruits from the class. Next, we are asking input to select any one menu option from this. Using menu variable of integer type, we are getting the input that is user entered and storing that into a variable menu. And using switch case by passing the menu variable, we are checking whether the menu value is 1. If so, we are asking user to enter number of fruits that you want to add, and we are storing that input to a variable called total fruits. As it's a integer variable, I have declared it as a int type, and then we are going to create that number of array, that means that number of variable to a fruits array variable using new keyword. And using for loop, we are asking user to give the details for that fruit by its name and type, price, and quantity. We are going to just get those inputs from the user and storing in the respective variable like name, type, price, quantity. And then we are calling the fruit class by passing those variables as a parameter, and the return value, that return object is stored at the fruit index of fruits array, where the fruit index is used in this for loop for the iteration. And then we are just breaking from the switch case. If the case is true, that means if the menu is true, we are going to ask whether enter the name of the fruit that is to be searched. And we are storing that searching fruit in a string variable called search fruit. And we are initializing a status variable of boolean type with the false. Using for loop, we are going to iterate in the class that we have created, and we have included some fruits. In that, we are going to check whether the current object of fruit name is equal to the search fruit that the user enters now. If so, we are just initializing the status variable with the true, and then we are displaying the data of that current index by using index variable as an index for the fruits array, where this index is the iteratable integer for this for loop. Outside, we are checking whether the status is false. If false, just we are printing the searched fruit is not available in the shop. Then we are breaking so that it comes out of the switch case. If the case, that means a menu is 3, we are going to initialize a total cost variable as 0. And then we are creating a new object to this to that required fruit array, and then we are having cost array variable and the required quantity array variable of integer type and cost each array variable of each type, and we are creating new objects for this by passing the maximum size will be the length of the fruits array, that is the length of the array of objects that we have previously created. And we are initializing a total variety as 0, and we are declaring a required quantity as integer type. Using for loop and fruit equal to 0, it means for iterating, we are assigning a fruit value to 0. That fruit value will be less than the length of the fruits array, that means the length of the array of objects that we have created. And then we are going to first display the fruit that is present at that index of fruits array by calling the display data function. And then we are asking the user to enter the required quantity for the above fruit, and we are going to store that quantity in a variable called a required quantity that we have previously declared right of integer type. Then we are going to take the number of quantity that the fruit contains from the fruit class, and we are going to check whether the required quantity is less than or equal to that, and the required quantity that the user entered is not a zero. If so, we are going to take the name of the fruit and storing into the required fruit array variable at the total variety as the index. Same as that, we are going to take the cost of that particular fruit and we are going to store that into a cost array variable at the required variety as the index. And same as that, we are going to give for required quantity as the at the required variety index of that required quantity array, and we are going to multiply the required quantity by the price of that fruit, and we are going to store into cost each array variable as the index of total variety, and we are going to add that a value with the total cost that we have previously initialized as 0, right? Let's check as it here 0. First we have to initialize 0, and then we are going to increment the total variety by 1. Now we have to reconfigure the total means of current quantity that is present in the date. So we are going to call that current object and we are going to call the set quantity function of that current object by passing the number of quantity that was previously present minus with the required quantity that the user entered. And outside that, we are going to check whether the total variety is not a 0. If so, using for loop, we are going to decorate like a star thing, and then we are going to print the fruits and the number of quantity and cost of each one and the total cost using a format function of string. Here using for loop, we are going to print each fruit's name and its cost for each one and the required quantity and the cost for the total number of quantity into the cost for each fruit. At last we are printing the total cost, and we are going to break from the current switch case. If the menu entered by the user is 4, just we are going to display all the available fruits from the fruit class that we have created as an array of objects, right? Using for loop, we are calling a display data of each object which is stored in an array of objects of fruits array. We are going to just call that so that it prints as a number of fruits and its price and its quantity and its type. And by default, we are going to say please enter a valid option for the above. And we are going to ask the user to whether it have to re-continue or not. Here we are going to take only the character which is present at the 0. So if so the user entered as yes, it just take y, or no, it just take n. Now let us run this. As this is some declaration that I have given, and it asks input to select the option from this menu. Now first let us give 1. It has for number of fruits that has to be entered, number of total number of types of fruits that we have to enter. Let us give 4, and it asks the details for the first fruit. Let us give the name of the fruit as mango. Type as, let us say, Alfonso. Price, let us give 21 for each mango, and we can say we have 10 quantity, 10 number of Alfonso mango. And next is asking for input to give the details for the fruit. To let us give papaya. Let us give the type as Mexican. let us give 15 rupees for each papaya, and we can say we have only 12 number of papaya, and it's asking for the details for the fruit 3. Let us again give mango, and now we can give the type as malkova, and now we can say the price is 24. Previously we have given 21 for Alfonso, now I am going to give 24 for malkova mango, and we can say we have 18 quantities, and we can give the fourth fruit name as guava. We can say it's a Indian variety, and we can say the price is 6 rupees for each fruit, and we are having 25 in quantity. It's asking whether we want to continue on that. Let us give Y, and next we can search some fruits by now we can now choose the second option. Let us give mango. It has to print two sets, right? Yes, first it prints mango, and the type is Alfonsa. The price is 21 and quantity is 10. And the next mango is Malkova. The price is 24 and the quantity is 18. Let us continue by clicking on Y. Now we can choose the fourth option so that it displays all the available quantity. It says princess, it has mango, papaya, mango, guava with its type, price and quantity. Now let's continue by clicking on Y. Now we can buy some fruits, right? Since it's an application, right? So we have to buy. So we can choose 3. It's asking enter required quantity for the above fruit. The above fruit is a mango, right? Um, let us say let us give 5, and it asking for the enter required quantity for the papaya. Let us give only 3 papaya we have required, and now let us give Malkova mango for 4 number of quantities that we want, and it's Goa, right? It's Indian variety, so we can go with a higher quantity, like we can go with 20. Yes, as soon as entered required quantity for 20, it shows the bill as we have only mentioned the 4 quantity, so it's shows for only 4 inputs for required quantity. As a bill contains fruit name and price for each one, and the number of quantity that I have chosen that I want, and the cost total, the total cost. It shows the total cost is 366. Now let us continue by clicking on Y, and now let's check by choosing the fourth option whether the quantity that for the present fruit, that the current fruit is updated or not. Let us check that. Is now the Alfonso mango has only 5 quantity, and the papaya has only 9 quantity, and the mango of Malkova type has only 14 quantities, and the Indian guava has only 5 quantity. Yes, we have to first check for that. Uh, in the previous time we have given 10 quantity for Alfonso, but now we have only 5. Since I have purchased 5 Alfonso mango, similarly I have purchased 3 papaya Mexican, and I have purchased some 4 Malkova mango, right? I have purchased, yes, and as it's a Indian Goa, I have purchased 20. So now the current Goa is only 5. Now let us give N for this so that it comes out of this console application. Yes, it's just prints thanks for visiting. Yes, that's all for in this video. We can meet in another video with another topic in this Java programming. Until then, bye bye.